Yo, 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 welcome back to the Heavily Opinionated Podcast. It's your boy, Jamel Kijana, aka Melly Mel, aka whatever you want to call me. And with me, I got.
It's your boy, it's the homie, it's the one and only Playboy Troy. What it do?
What it do, man? Who else I got with me tonight?
It's your boy, No More Locked Doors, aka Coolie High, Frank Mason, and we right here where we supposed to be. How y'all doing, viewers?
Yo, what is going on?
Okay. All right. Last but certainly not least, who else with us tonight?
Hey, can I just be normal? Can I just be regular?
I think that's all you can do to follow that up. I think bring us back to normalcy because that was crazy.
It's your boy Platinum Pat, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the building, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw the shade, I guess, with Cooley through too, where I'm supposed to be. Y'all ain't pick up on that.
I think I remember. That was like 5 minutes ago, but I gotta remember. I don't know.
I see you, Drake, with the subliminals. I see
you.
Drake.
We ain't talk about that. That was crazy.
Ooh, that boy called from
music.
Kenny.
Hey, I like it. Hey, I like non-violent beefs. That's cool.
Non-violent. The man said Prince outlives Mike Jack, and then he also said if he gonna walk around with that big stick, I'm gonna walk around with my Andre 3K. He murdered them. The whole
okay, but I'm like, okay.
Listen,
I don't think that anything violent. When I say not saying like
lyrical
in terms of like violent, yeah, like lyrical violence, that's cool. But I'm talking about actual violence. I don't think actual violence is gonna come.
My man
I don't
said,
see that happening.
Fuck the big three. It's just big me.
I ain't gonna lie.
First of all, I want to remind you, the last time Kendrick dissed Drake,
this is all scripted.
Last time Kendrick dissed Drake decided to respond with Hotline Bling. So I don't know what to say.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is not about to get violent. The lyrics can be violent, but I don't think that anybody's going to get shot after this. I don't think.
No.
And I pray that it doesn't happen, but I just don't see that type of situation out of this beat. That's why I'm saying, like, I like a non-violent beef. Like, of course, lyrically, I want to see you guys go at each other's neck.
But right now we
know it. We know it ain't you.
Right now we preparing for
you gonna crash out
Avengers Civil War right now.
That nigga Kung Fu went stupid, bro. I rap
but we preparing for a rap game of Civil War right now, because we got Kendrick, Future, Metro Boomin, Rick Ross, all of them, Pusha T, Kanye, all of them on one side, and on the other side we got Drake, J. Cole, and Lil Wayne, Nicki. Everybody on the other side right now. We got a rap Civil War going on. Ain't nobody featuring with nobody.
But it's gonna be bleeding over because you gotta look at like you said, you got Rick Ross on that side, but Rick Ross fought with Lil Wayne and fought with like 2 Chainz, fought with all them X, Y, and Z.
That's why I said it's a Civil War.
So it's like it's bleeding over type shit on both sides. And then as for like you got 21, of course, over there on the Drake side and all that. Then you got Future, X, Y, and Z. Is this gonna lead down to the little baby? Is this gonna lead down to the little Yachty? Is this gonna lead down to
Drake? What happened to I never go against FBG? God forbid. What happened to that?
I don't think it will, because I think this is just like a core type of thing. I don't think it'll bleed to the people down there, and I don't think I don't think so. And I think it's all kind of somebody's dropping an album.
They big enough, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
They big enough to be some bitches about it.
That's true too, but I also think they're big enough to understand. I think they're also big enough to understand. Hey, if you come at me, I come at you. That'll get us both up a little bit more extra. You know, like I think so. I think it's all cool. I think it's all coerce.
So you think they're gonna be friends again in 20 years, like Cam and Mason?
Yeah.
Not even be 20. Watch a song pop out in 9 months out of all of them.
I'm about to say they're gonna pop out with a joint.
They said
joint album.
Like it's like I don't.
Yeah, but it's good.
That's the thing about non-violent beefs. They can be settled, and you can make a song together. Look at the last beef that Drake was in with Meek Mill.
Females, so.
Meek.
But that was different because one actually won the beef. I don't think anybody will win this one. I think it'll just.
But that's the thing. We sit here. We talk about it's gonna be back and forth. But Drake literally only beefs with people he know he could beat. He don't beef with people he know that it's a possibility he could lose. He gonna beef with people that he know he could beat. So Meek Mills, of course, that's an easy target.
He was dunking Eminem. He didn't want no problems with Eminem. He went on stage.
No Eminem, man, he ain't gonna want no problem with Kendrick Lamar.
You're the best rapper ever, man.
I didn't even know that they
so
beef.
talented. He was
yeah, because it was over. It was over before it even gets started.
I ain't knew about that Hotline Bling shit. Yeah, I ain't knew about that Hotline.
When was the Drake and Eminem one? Was it like early in Drake's career?
But I knew about that.
Nah, that was later in his career. That was like 2019.
Nah, it was like a couple years ago.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
yeah. I know
speaking of,
my bad. Because
I don't want to do it no more. I had a good one.
What? Talking about beats?
Yeah.
I mean,
it
was something that had to do with music and sports, and we talked about it in past episodes. And I finally thought about it, Pat, because I know you were campaigning for Lil Wayne at the Super Bowl. I'm campaigning for T-Pain at the Super Bowl this year.
Ooh, I would like that. I think we talked about that
campaigning
one
for
too.
T-Pain.
Yeah, I would like T-Pain.
Nah.
I would like T-Pain. He can bring out Lil Wayne too.
He can bring out Lil Wayne.
Yeah, you can, but it ain't the same effect. Lil Wayne can bring out T-Pain, but I feel like I do want T-Pain, but next time they go to Florida, you bring out T-Pain.
You see, you're looking at it from a picture of where they at. It doesn't.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, they had that one time with the Dr. Dre and all them in Cali. That was a one-time thing. That doesn't happen all the time.
It doesn't.
And low-key happened this year, though. It low-key happened this year with Usher because he had his residency out there.
Nah, but he's from Atlanta. Bro.
No, but I'm saying like he was already out there living there doing his shows every weekend out there in Vegas.
Wayne live in Florida. He don't live in New Orleans no more. He just from there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I'm not saying that applies for each one. I was just saying like in terms of like those are the past two Super Bowls. It's been somebody that's either from there or lives there. That's all.
I mean, you can say that, but I just want to say because I'm thinking about it when I think about Super Bowl performance. It's usually gonna have to be someone that has a bunch of hits that everyone knows. Everyone's gonna have to know it. So it's like not even a deep cuts and stuff like that. Not saying Lil Wayne ain't got that, but he's predominantly known in one section. He's not like fully across anywhere.
You're crazy.
Compared to T-Pain, T-Pain got hits for everybody. I'm just telling you what it is. He could bring out Lil Wayne.
T-Pain has hits for everybody, and yes, but Lil Wayne literally went on a 10-year to like damn near 12 to 13-year run in every genre that you can think of. He has a rock album. He also went to rock. He featured on rock songs. He also featured on pop songs. Plenty of pop songs.
Because Kanye West got a gospel album. Now I'm seeing him at the Gospel Award show.
I didn't say that he was. Nobody mentioned him. You did. No one else mentioned him. I'm talking Lil Wayne and T-Pain. Let me finish. Like I said, he's on plenty of pop albums, plenty of this, blah, blah, blah. And yes, he's the most prominent in rap and gave it right over to Drake. And Drake took it the next. So before there was Drake, there was Lil Wayne. And them white kids, the other people that you're talking about, the white 40-year-old men, the old 60-year-old men, all of those X, Y, and Z, the Indians, the Africans, they all listen to Lil Wayne. Literally.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see.
We'll see.
But speaking of beef, I got beef with the NFL because the shit they just did. So apparently, the NFL owners have voted to ban the hip drop tackle. And I'll show us what that tackle consists of. It's this one right here. The one, this is an example right here. I think Mark Andrews got hurt on this. I guess that's why they're trying to reduce injuries. But yeah, it's this one right here where you start at the hip and then you kind of dip down. So I understand because that is a tackle that I have seen a lot of players get hurt on. But it's like, that's going to be something really hard to kind of, to police and officiate. So I don't know. How do y'all feel about this one?
Don't hit the head. Don't hit the ankles. You can't grab the hip.
If you don't want them to get hurt, don't play football.
As
just keep it going. But
as JJ Watt said, let's go ahead and fast forward to them wearing flags on their waist, man.
Well,
ain't no reason
I think it's crazy. Like looking at that, even like, what do you want him to do? You want him to jump on his shoulder pads?
Nope.
Because then that sports collar,
I don't know.
Then that's he's literally gonna crumble in a sense, or he has an ability to literally just shake me off and then just keep moving forward.
Exactly.
So
I
would like to add if defensive players have to think about how they're gonna tackle somebody, that's gonna lead to injury on their side.
That's true too. Because now you got to leave your body earlier. You got to leave your body earlier, or because a lot of the times the hip drop tackle comes because you're like coming in at a later time, like at a different angle. So it's just like it's gonna make them either have to miss more tackles because they had to get there later, or they're gonna have to go at a different way. So now they might go back to the targeting because now it's like, oh, helmet to helmet because I went in with my head first, and now because I can't do the hip dip, it's like what can I do now? What can I tackle? What should I do? Use my leg? Like what's
going to occur is majority of the time, what's going to happen is sooner or later they're going to be tackling with shoelace tackles, tripping up the players, and what occurs is now once the offensive guy goes and he gets tripped, and the other defenders coming over, they're going to get head to head. It's going to be head to head.
Or think about it. I'm diving at ankles. Ankles is the easiest thing, just like your wrist. Ankles is literally the exact same joint as like your wrist, practically.
Yeah, no muscle there.
It's so easy to fuck up if somebody just rams straight into your wrist. It's so easy to tear an Achilles if somebody dives at your ankle. It's so easy to fuck up a bone or a ligament. Whatever, somebody's literally holding your foot as you try to run away. Because I can't hold your waist no more. I can't go straight for your legs because we know these guys moving fast as shit. So I'm gonna end up getting your ankle. 9 times out of 10, what I'm gonna end up getting as I dive for you to go tackle. Pause. No diddy. As I dive to go tackle, because I said the for you.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Just keep going.
So that shit is just going to be. It's just like nah, bro.
And I don't like this is what they're trying to avoid because you see that, and I hate to keep pausing it on his injury, but that's the part that they're trying to reduce because I have seen multiple players injured like that this year, and it sucks. But I don't think you can just outright ban. I don't know if you could just outright ban the entire tackling process. Like that's,
bro. We don't got to the point where you can't tackle the person throwing the ball. You can't tackle the person catching who running with the ball. And they talking about the kickoff return. So now you basically can't attack. You can't tackle the person who returning the ball for kickoff. Like, bro, what?
This is crazy. Can you scroll down on some of those comments?
Sure.
What are we doing?
Look at some of those comments.
It's the most normal tackle you'll ever see.
Most normal tackle. Today I've learned how do you tackle on that play let them score. They banned tackling. Honestly, you guys aren't funny in these comments. I thought there would be more jokes.
It's not even about being funny, bro.
I go to the comments to laugh. But yeah,
like everybody is kind of saying
that one's kind of funny.
And even you have NFL stars saying similar stuff, and it's just like, bro, at this point, like I don't see anything wrong with this other than a player getting tackled. It is literally the NFL. You're going to get hurt. The average NFL career is 3 years. It's not these long careers that we see. There's umpteen people on the team that you just randomly don't see no more. We don't know the people on the line. We barely know these guys. You see a new star in the NFL every year. So
that's
what
why
makes
I said
you think
you don't
that
want to play get hurt, just retire, stop playing football.
It's like going to hockey and being like niggas can't throw the sticks down no more. It's frowned upon, yes, but there's a penalty. They do that. You know what I mean? If you wanna implement a penalty, maybe, then cool. I don't know what you could implement. It's not like the Ryan Shazier play where you literally saw a player, and I hope I said his last name correct, but you literally saw a player just run down and head that man, like literally just put his head down and crack him. Like that was different. You can stop that. Hey, bro, don't put your head down no more, bro. Like either you gonna have to go all the way and throw that shoulder, or you gonna have to like just fully wrap. But don't lead with your head no more. You can stop
the
that.
hip dip. I think what it is, it's not about tackling at the hips. I think it's tackling and trying to like the angle of trying to bring the hip down first. I still don't know. Because I remember growing up.
The problem of it was that you're putting your arm around his hip and then you're dropping your weight back. That's what the problem is at.
Yeah,
so Like, yeah, you're trying to stop them, but that's where it is. We're getting to a point where every game about to be looking like the Pro Bowl soon.
Yeah,
be honest.
I mean, how do you stop a person? Listen to that rule that
take the pads and the helmet off and just play flag. I'll still watch, but
I'm not.
I'm not.
I ain't.
Tug of war. That's tug of war. That like it's literally tug of war in a sense where I'm grabbing you. I'm trying to pull you back as you're trying to move forward. If I don't try to pull back, you're going to clearly keep moving forward. These guys are strong as shit. These guys are big as hell. Shannon Sharp was considered a big tight end back then.
Why don't they tell the offensive players when you get contact, just go down?
Literally. No, because now I can get a 15. Now I can get a 15-yard penalty if he tackles at the hips. Because it's gonna be a fit. Watch, it's gonna be a 15-yarder too. It's not gonna be no minor stuff. It's gonna be automatic first down. And guess what? They're only gonna call it fourth quarter, late in the game. Mahomes needs a touchdown. Hip dip tackle on Kelsey. Oh, nobody else has gotten a hip dip all week. Chiefs getting on magic.
Yeah.
But anywho, that's
you gonna come on the same podcast. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, and speaking of, they lost Nadarius Sneed, which I thought was a very huge piece to that defense. Is going to Tennessee, but hey, we'll say, hey, he's getting that bag.
He didn't really get shit for it. I felt
it was a trade too. Yeah, it was. I don't even think it was a signing.
It was two picks. They got two picks. It was 4th and 5th round, I want to say, or 4th and 6th round, some shit like that. But
he'll be re-signing to get the bag, because if it's not a bag, why are you going there? But hey, to each his own. I don't know. Maybe he's from there. I don't know.
No, they traded him.
No, but I'm saying like maybe he got traded to sign. You know how sometimes you do that.
No, he just got traded.
I mean,
he ain't had no choice.
No. So Kansas City did it because now they have $24 million in cap space, I want to say, for re-signing and like to go and get free agents X, Y, and Z. So they're opening up their cap space. That's what they're trying to do. But in that same breath, like how many more people is free? 1 and 2. I still want something for my asset. I can't just go out here and just be like, yeah, let me get hopeful wishes and dreams, and we'll see what the eggs crack and see how everything lays out later. When I know this guy is something, I know we got chickens right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna trade my chickens for peanuts.
Yeah, but hey, they could have also made I feel like also they could have waited to draft day, because sometimes draft day there was big trades, just like how we saw with Philly a few years ago with AJ Brown in Tennessee. You know, sometimes draft day might be the day when you could really get something, because that's when, like, if you ask me for a trade right now, I could be like, sure. Or I'd be like, no, I'm only going to give you this. But come draft day, when the nerves are up and everybody's scrambling and somebody just picked up who I really kind of wanted, it's like, it's like I'm a little bit more desperate on draft day to trade for something. Because if I think Philly would not have been able to get A.J. Brown on a random day in March, but come April on draft day, Tennessee, they shit in their pants. They don't know who they're going to pick. They're like, you know what, take it. But I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Hopefully Rose can come up here and speak about that one day as a special guest to the podcast. But with that, we'll move into our next topic, March Madness. As you guys know, March Madness is going on the men and women's. Right now, I think the men's just finished up the first 2 rounds. Sweet 16 will start on Thursday. And the women, I think right now they're finishing up the second round. And they should start their Sweet 16 going into this coming weekend. But I've been paying attention a little bit, had some in the background. My Gators got bounced out the first round by Colorado, like last second. So I stopped really paying real attention. But other than that, I've been seeing some other good teams. Yeah. Hey, we made it though. Hey, we ain't been back in a while. But I like Gonzaga so far. I didn't make a bracket, but in my head, I had a feeling this might be Gonzaga's year. And I also, who was the other team? I like North Carolina State. They've been playing really hot. They won the ACC title. They won the ACC title, so they know they got they're good enough to know that they can beat North Carolina. So those are 2 of the teams I think coming out that could definitely make the Final Four. And then other 2 teams I would see is probably Arizona and maybe Duke or something. But how do you guys feel about the March Madness so far? If you've been tapping in.
Houston been going hard. I think to me, I think they have a high chance of winning. UConn, Who else up in there? Alabama actually been playing really good. I've been catching some of their games. They've been pretty good. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Here we go. Here's the bracket just for reference.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
These are the first. Yeah, these are the first regions, and I'll scroll
down.
Oh,
Houston got Duke next. Oh man, that's gonna be a challenge.
Yeah. These are the Sweet 16 matchups. So we got Houston and Duke, and they'll play the winner of North Carolina State and Marquette.
NC State, they going crazy right now. They having a nice run.
Yeah,
some of them players is moving up on that drive board. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That big dude, I think he's number 30. Boy, he getting it in. You know what I'm saying? He balling.
He eating.
Yeah, for both on and off. UConn and San Diego
both
State.
Illinois is nice, but I want to see them play Iowa State because Iowa State been playing pretty well this year too. But
I think it's gonna be Duke, NC State, UConn, and Illinois.
Okay.
Go up a little bit
it's down.
Houston. Scroll up.
Oh, in North Carolina.
Oh, you want to see who they played? Yeah. Texas. Yeah, this one went to OT, I think.
I think Frank right about that went to OT, and I think Frank right about Duke beating Houston. You know what I mean? Because of that, and then look at their other scores. They blew out Longwood, but Longwood, I've never really heard them to really beat too much.
Texas or something. I don't know.
But Duke been handling business all 93 points, bro, in a fucking 2 halves is crazy in 40 minutes.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
That is. UConn defending national champs. I think they're gonna make it. I think they'll beat I think San Diego State made it to the Final Four last year too. I think they made it. This is the rematch of the championship from last year. So I think UConn will still beat that.
They gonna whip that ass.
Yeah, San Diego State hasn't really had a challenge. Neither has UConn really. But I think UConn will definitely beat them. I think Iowa State will get that. And
you can slow down.
I'm about to. And then I got Duke. I wish we had a bracket we could just fill it out. But Duke, North Carolina State, UConn, Iowa State for the first part of the Elite Eight. And then down to this region, which I think is a good, powerful region too. I got Tennessee. I like Creighton. They always they're one of those schools that's like every couple of years they'll ball out. I think that's where Jimmer Fredette went. I can't remember. It was one of them schools, but back in the day, they always had some good players. But I think Tennessee's starting to build a good program. I got them. And then this one, I don't know. Purdue's got that big guy, but Gonzaga just plays better as a team. And I think this is just going to be their year. They've historically always gotten so close. And that's going to be a good one. Clemson and Arizona. Clemson is no longer becoming the top football school anymore. And I guess they're now trying to come over to basketball because I don't know where they came from. I don't even know how they became a 6 seed, but
I still like
Arizona.
Yeah, I still got Arizona. Clemson's looking good, but Arizona, I got them. Now Bama's doing the same too, except they still good in football. But last couple of years, Bama's been popping out.
I keep winning.
I think they made the Elite Eight last year.
It's like that, yeah. I wanted to see what NC put up on the other scores.
Oh, I say Alabama they've been good. They always be in the conversation when it comes to March Madness. They're always in the conversation.
Only last couple of years. Maybe last couple of years.
They be in the mix.
They usually get bounced around this time though, but they be usually. I think the closest they've gotten was Elite Eight. I want to say for the past couple of years, but they always in that same in this conversation right here, Sweet 16, Elite Eight conversation.
Yeah, I got Carolina though.
So
I got Carolina versus Arizona over here. Then I got Gonzaga versus Tennessee. So that would leave my Final Four. Ooh, basically who would win out of these? I would say Arizona be weird though. I'm gonna go Arizona, and then I'm gonna go Gonzaga.
They got a lot of seniors.
And then up here, I'll go Duke, and then I'll go UConn. So I'll go UConn, Arizona on this side, and then Duke and Gonzaga on this side. And then out of that, I say champion. I'll just pick Gonzaga. I don't know. How y'all feeling about the rest of this tournament? Who do y'all have possibly winning it all?
I got UConn.
I got Arizona.
I'll go North Carolina.
Okay, we all got different four. Hey, what if all four of our picks make the Final Four? That'd be good. Wait, I don't know if that could, but no, I couldn't because one has North Carolina, one got. Somebody said Carolina. He said Carolina. You picked Arizona. It wouldn't happen. They would meet in the Elite Eight, and then he picked UConn, and I picked Gonzaga. Those two can make
crush your dreams early.
Oh man, but yeah,
going on. Arizona winning it though. I could see Arizona winning it.
Later.
Don't switch up. Any of picks. Lock your
pick. Love better go back over there. Hoop versus them niggas. They ain't want to.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm not changing my pick.
I like the Baycott dude. He's been balling over there past couple of years. I think he got I think this is last year of eligibility over there, but Baycott's pretty nice over there. North Carolina, they always historically we all know that they're pretty good school, but hey, some years it's just some years you get upset. Look at Kentucky, shout out to Oakland University up here in the Metro Detroit area. But
back up real quick.
They put them boys out real quick.
We doing shout out.
With that.
No. I just want to back up real quick.
To what?
On that Kentucky talk. We gotta stop. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop the hype. We can't keep letting White Doc Rivers be getting away with this.
White Doc Rivers, yeah, because when was that ring? Like 2014?
Hey, pop your shit, twin.
Well, okay. Well, looking at
how you gonna say that though?
Hold on. Let's do our Googles.
I mean, Kentucky historically has been getting upset in the playoffs for like a while now. Like they had John Wall.
We said their last ring was 2014.
Anthony Davis, and they didn't.
They've been getting that ass cut.
Yeah, they haven't really.
So champion, we got UConn, Kansas, Baylor.
Nigga, you don't gotta read it all the way down. Like, find the fucking.
God damn, bro! Can I do the last three? Can I do the last two? The last couple since COVID? Can I do the post-COVID champions though?
No.
I wasn't gonna go that deep.
They don't even have any relevance. We know they didn't win these last.
Bro. Let me do a few. Let me do a few and get on with it. God, dog. Sheesh. All right. Where was I?
No Kentucky.
I hope so. Right here. Oh yeah, the last relevant one was like right here. That's all I gotta say about the last relevant one. Down there, the double only team to go back to back. But anywho, Carolina, North Carolina,
Al Horford.
27
to Al Horford. Find these niggas, bro. You have yet to find these.
If you would look at the cursor,
if you would look at the
cursor, God dang.
We're not talking about North Carolina.
Who do you want to talk about? What team you want to talk about? Kentucky? Oh, okay. This right here. This right here, 2012.
Who do you want to talk about? It's crazy.
So they ain't won the ring since 2012.
You said, well, yeah, they haven't won since 2012, and yeah, if you look at it, these are all the powerhouses that make it every year a little bit. It's been a while since Duke. It's been a while since Carolina. It's been Kansas and UConn have gotten it recently, but there was a gap right here where it was just kind of like teams that people like, yeah, but because we all know the Big Four. What is it? The Big Blue or something? The Four Blue? No, that's Michigan. Sorry.
What is it?
UConn. Blue or what is it? It's Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina, and Kansas. Those are like the four blue schools that are like run basketball. Then if you want to put UConn at the 5 of it with the darker blue, you can, because they also historically have been a good program. But yeah. So because UConn right here, they won it in 2011. I remember that year. I think that was the Kemba Walker year, right? Can't remember.
Brother, what are you talking about? You said UConn in 2011?
Yeah, right here.
They got one right there in 2014.
No, I wasn't saying recently. I was saying historically. Because like if you have one like right here, I was just referring to like
why do they have it different? That's
I was just thinking.
I guess maybe they didn't have links.
They changed their pronouns.
There you go. Bro, there you go.
Out of here, bro. I'm sorry. But I ain't gonna lie, like why I said that was like how can we do that is because, during the year we see these guys, I mean, they hoop, bro, they ball. And I mean, I don't think we necessarily came into the year thinking, oh, Kentucky's just gonna be the mad favorite. But off of the shit that we saw with seeing a guy come off the bench and average 15, and then you got Reed Shepherd, who was balling and shooting as well as he was, and the team was performing pretty well, but they were ranked 3. They had their ups and their downs, you know what I mean? So
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. So I never had like even coming into this, I never was like Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Like
Not at all.
the
It's been a
team was
while.
it was an average
I would
team.
say
It was a normal team.
no one had them as they're a contender to win the championship because of their team and their skill. They were only considered a contender because of the power of they're Kentucky, their name, and then two they got Coach Cal.
And they're like, okay, they're talent producers.
Yeah, exactly what Jamel said. That Kentucky program isn't predicated on winning NCAA championship. It's on producing NBA talent.
Yeah. I mean, that may be true, but what I
will say
it's
similar to Ohio State in a sense. It's similar to Ohio State. They haven't won nothing in a while, but they'll produce some talent.
I feel like when it comes to winning, though, it's like, or when we think about it, because I mean, based off their performance throughout the year, I would have put them in the mix. They were contenders, but I mean, to say, all right, it's Calipari over there, or to say, this, that, it's the same thing in the NBA today. Like, it's the same thing in the NFL. There's no more powerhouse teams. We don't have that. Now, don't get me wrong. We are seeing Kansas City doing their thing. We are seeing Golden State and having their era of this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so maybe teams right here, we're seeing them having eras of running into the Final Four. But, of course, it's different in college, you know what I mean, versus like the pros. So,
I know we might talk about them, but when you talk about eras, in college especially, I think about it's not even on the men's side, it's on the women's side. Like women's basketball as of UConn, South Carolina.
That's an era.
Those teams right now is all I can think about as of like when you think about era wise. Because I think for the past 4 years,
herself.
Okay, I say Caitlin Clark by himself. Say for the past 4 years, South Carolina is what I want to say like 253 and 3 losses.
Yeah, definitely under 5.
They ain't lost more than 5 times in 4 years.
Yeah, and they've got crazy. What was the first? I think the first championship was like 2017, 2018. Yeah, with Wilson, with Asia Wilson, and then they had like a year or two off. Then COVID, and then now they're back in a sense. But
I think they just won one with Leah Boston.
Yeah, they just won. They just won one right before that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think
that is crazy.
When it comes to eras, I think about that. I think about them actually, them and UConn, because UConn was on the run before then too.
And then before UConn, it was Tennessee with Pat Summitt back in the 90s. They was balling because that's who beat Dawn Staley back when Dawn Staley was playing.
It was 1 year.
I forgot what
Did we skip a whole like 2000?
2000s was UConn.
I thought that was like in 2010.
Oh, that's how dominant, bro. They was 2000, and I think Tennessee was 2000s as well. All right, I'll pull it up.
It was 1 year where the UConn's men's and the UConn's women both won the championship.
I think I do remember that. I want to say it. I want to say it was 2014?
2014 or 2015.
All right, here we go. There we go. Now I gotta share it with the fellas.
That stats pull up all the records and everything.
All right. So we got. Oh yeah, I forgot about Stanford. No, that's recent. Carolina. Let me not go off the list. Who are we looking for? All right, let me see. Connecticut. God dang, how many is that? 4? Jesus Christ, 4 in a row. And then they had 2 in a row. Yeah, Tennessee. Okay, so Tennessee was also back then. UConn was even, UConn definitely had the early 2000s as well. And then, 90s was Tennessee. Yeah, late 90s was Tennessee. She had a 3-peat. Dang, so how many she got? Hold on. How many she have total? 1, 2, 3. She had 2. She had 5 total. And then Gino, how many does he have? 1. I think that was his first. Yeah, that was his first.
Gino got plenty out there.
Oh, no, he got one in 95. I was like, hold on.
Brother, why you ain't...
Tommy got some down lower, too. Tommy got some lower, too.
Why you just hit control 5?
Oh, my gosh, the 87? Oh, no. This lady ran it. Rest in peace to her. But, Jesus.
Hey, Mel.
Yes.
Hit Control F and just type in Pat S.
Okay, thanks, Microsoft Word. Okay,
Control
what?
Control L.
Control F.
Yes.
They didn't do nothing for me, man.
Well,
click the screen. Just click anywhere and then hit it. Try it. Control F.
Okay. Control F. Oh, okay. Cool. Pat. Oh, learn something new every day. But
8 times.
8 times?
Sheesh.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And what about Gino?
Type in Gino.
Okay. Also, part of my screen I can't see, so I can't. Where I'm typing, I can't see it. It's blocked by the thing.
Go all the way back. Keep going. Just like
I'm gonna just redo it. Oh Lord.
Oh,
All right. Control F, and then you said Gino. All right. Cool. How much does it show his number? Where does it show? Yeah, I can't see that part where it shows y'all that. But
he got
yeah,
11 championships.
Sheesh.
He
That's
got
crazy.
more than Phil Jackson.
And I don't think he's lost any either. It's not showing him in the loss. Let me see if any of these say UConn. I don't think he's 11-0 in them. That's even crazier. And I think the same for Pat too. I don't think she lost any either. Okay, no, she lost. Oh no, she lost 2 to him. She lost 3 to him. Damn, the only 3 that she's lost was to him. The only 4 that she's lost was to him. His first 4 was off of her.
You know, like that.
And Oklahoma. That's crazy, man.
Move out the way, Nick Saban.
Get out the okay. Yeah. She still didn't lose none. That is wow. Okay, now she lost her first one. I feel like she was a coach for this one. I feel like whoever. I feel this is the first one ever. I feel like whoever it is she lost to right here, ever since then, different woman. Different woman. She said in '84, I lost to USC. Never again.
Except against Gino.
Exactly. Yeah, except the Gino. Yep. But yeah, the women's, hey, they got some errors. A little bit more consistent with that, as compared to because I think even going back, if we look back at the men's, you had guys like Roy Williams and Coach K, but if you look at Duke growing up, Duke was dominant, but I think I've only seen them win 1 or 2 of them.
Well, I think it's because you have to look at the fact that for the women's teams, majority of all of them stay for all 4 years.
4 years. Yep, that's what I'm about to say too.
For the men, males coach, come and go.
You can't repeat that every year when you got kids like, oh, coach, I'm only here for
this too. Can I say this too?
He's only gonna be here 6 months.
Is it a talent level? Is it a talent level thing? I'm thinking because I'm looking at if we are all like look at the teams that won for so long and they had a different format too. You know what I mean? Like they had a different format for they just got into March Madness not too long ago. But that all being said, I'm just looking at they probably clicked up. They probably clicked up and probably went to some teams together. And then, like you said, they got to be there for 4 years. And so the coach can do their thing and be a good coach. A good coach is going to be a good coach. Like you can't demise his coaching level. But
for women's basketball, the coaches stay around longer too. So it's easy to buy into a system that's
true
established.
too. Yeah.
Right.
Look at Billy Donovan after them couple of years.
And you want to play for these great coaches.
He went over to go coach OKC after
so
he
when
left
you
Florida.
sit there, you're looking at a men's basketball team, college wise. If they ain't producing results, you can look at Juwan Howard. That was his alma mater. He was there for
they just fired him. Yeah,
3 or 4 years, and they haven't produced. He's gone.
Yeah, he ain't produced.
That's how it works for the men's basketball.
Nigga got his sons drafted.
Hey, mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. That's all.
Welcome to the NBA.
For the women's, it's like, man, they stay around. I think, like Gino, you see how long he been at UConn. That's not like some system that he's just still trying to figure out what to do. Brother, he got that system locked down.
He built the system.
Yeah, if you coming into that team, you got to fit into the system, brother. Like, sis, you got to fit in.
I ain't gonna lie. Gino done had that job long enough. All I'm saying is, I just hope it ain't no allegations, dog. And I ain't making shit up.
Oh, why you put that?
But I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Bro?
That's the type of way this nigga been holding this job down. That's some Nick Saban-ass shit.
Okay,
Nick Saban, we all know Nick Saban.
I don't know if he's hating
his way out of allegations.
Congratulating.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, hold on. To Cooley's point, he could be congratulated because, hey, you that good. that they gotta come up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they gotta come up.
No.
But no, I think there has been something
y'all
about
letting
Geno in
Pat off
terms
the
of
hook
like.
with this one. Y'all letting him off the hook with these wild comments.
That's why I said he could be hating.
He
He could be congratulating.
The nigga clearly winning. He clearly winning.
I think the only thing I've ever heard about Geno, the only thing I've heard about Geno is I've heard like heavy critiques on his coaching style in terms of like how he, and that's the same for Nick Saban. There's been a lot of critiques, but when you win so much, people tend to turn the blind eye. But I've seen coaches that have losing records and say the same thing that Nick Saban is saying to the players and get fired, because it's like certain things get accepted with the wins in a sense, and it's unfortunate that the coaching world is like that, because it should be unacceptable to say certain things like that to the players, whether it be female athletes or male athletes. These are still children in a sense. These are still 18, 19, 21-year-old kids. So it's like you shouldn't be saying this type of stuff to them. But a lot of times, if you come with 11 championships, they will definitely overlook that. So
look.
In fact, and that's the world, bro. Like, think about it. The richest man or rich guys always, hell, I mean, not to go back to this, but like the people that we were talking about earlier, these rich guys who they get into this power aspect and they think that they can do certain things, and they're getting away with a lot of these things for a long time until finally we get these documentaries we seeing now, and we get these platforms that we have now where people feel strong enough to come out and say things. But, it's like to your point, I mean, I just feel like once you have, like, when you're quote unquote winning in anything, like you're the best in this or you're a top in that, people just start turning a blind eye to shit.
Yeah,
it's like one of my mentors used to say about like drill instructors. As long as you don't get personal, it shouldn't matter. If it produces, it produces. So if I'm sitting there, I go, bro, you looking like shit. You need to fucking do better. Go run some miles. I'm not talking bad about you. It's just what I see. Your performance is trash.
How is that not personal?
Well, you
look like shit.
You look like shit. You're performing like shit. But if I go, because I've seen it, somebody go, man, I'm surprised that your kids still call you dad. That's personal. That's like, whoa, you kind of went too far there. You ain't had to make that comment.
That's a low blow. I mean, you could have looked at the nigga and been like, bro, our time is 8 minutes. I see that you made it here at 10. You may want to go and run a couple times to help with your performance. That's not personal. Hey, nigga, you look fat. You need to go outside and run.
No, see, no, that's personal.
That's personal, bro.
You literally just said that, though.
All I said was, so if you're sitting there and we have basketball practice and you usually shoot 8 for 10, but right now you go to the free throw line and you shooting 2 for 10. Oh, brother, you need to go wake up. Go do it down the back for me. Just see if we can wake you up real quick. That ain't personal. That's just I know that you can shoot better than that. Like, bro, that's the problem with this, bro.
That's different. Now, if you looked at me and was like, boy, you shooting for shit, boy. You can't hit shit today. Hey, niggas. Hey, bro, I don't even know if you want to shoot this shit no more, but go on and give me a down and back. Now I'm about to look at you a little different. You told the nigga he was fat.
But that's basically predicated on the delivery, not the message.
And I think that's what I was about to say, Cooley. And that's what it comes with coaching, is you got to know your players and know what works for some and what doesn't. You got to know your delivery in terms of like, what, if you're recruiting these kids, where environment comes from. So what school they went to, their household structure, you've met their parents to an extent, or their guardians, how they've been disciplined. That's part of the recruiting process. It's not about just, this kid can play basketball good, let me get her. They can play football. This girl can play this sport good. You got to know, does this kid's family discipline structure kind of work with the way I discipline my players? You got to know that stuff.
It's kind of like Wemby. It's like Wembanyama and Greg Popovich. I've been looking into that. Greg had to change his whole coaching style for Wemby. Because if you don't know, Wemby parents are athletes. They've been teaching him like how to run the proper way, what to do to keep his body healthy. So like for him, he's been coached his whole entire life. Greg Popovich, before Wembanyama, he used to sit there and basically be a drill instructor and literally yell at everybody. Like, that was his way of talking to Tim Duncan. That was his way of talking to David Robinson. It worked for them because they grew up in that type of environment. David Robinson was literally in the military, so it's like it was easy for him. But for Wemby, you can't have that. you can't have that. He sit there screaming and yelling in his face.
Yeah, he could be like,
you think he gonna be like,
"Who are you talking to?
They're not talking to me.
We're paying you. We're paying you." He gonna look at you like a private coach. Well, what are we doing?
So it's like you gotta understand your people. You can talk crazy to the person that been playing basketball his whole entire life or playing football his whole entire life, but you can't talk crazy to the person who learning basketball. They gonna basically hear that and be like, bro, I don't want to play no more. So for them, right now, I guess Gino got the style. Hopefully he ain't got no allegations, but
like I said, I think it's only just been stuff about his coaching style, or and it was like former players coming after, like stuff like that. Typical stuff that happens a lot of times.
That boy out here surviving them allegations.
Oh my Lord! All right, moving right along. let's not dive into that. Pat had a question for us, and that can bring us into our last topic of the day. Go ahead, Pat. What's the question that you wanted to get pick our brains about?
All right. Over the last 10 years, all right. So what are we in 2024? So we're going back to 2014. Over the last 10 years, who would you say has been the biggest trade or free agent in the NBA or NFL or NFL? You don't have to do both, but of course, whichever.
I'll go NBA wise, I'll go Kevin Durant. Signing to go to State.
NBA wise, I'm gonna go LeBron James signing with Miami.
That was before 2014.
That's 2014. That's before 2014.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. I gotta really think about this.
I know, right?
Get back on that.
Okay. I'll say KD though.
That was like 2011. Yeah.
Okay. You took the one I was gonna do with the KD, so I was just like, dang, because I couldn't really think of anything NFL recently.
KD is who you think,
but I'll go with the outlier, and I'll just say straight up Messi to Miami. Biggest move I've ever seen. Never thought I would see the greatest soccer player of our generation come to a country where soccer is looked at like,
But is that the greatest move, or is that although that's an outlier, is that the greatest or is that the biggest?
Yeah, it's the greatest move because in terms of
have they won anything?
They're in the process of doing that. Oh, yeah, he's won one cup. His first 5 games there, he got them a league cup. He got them a league cup, not a championship.
Is that like a?
It's different with sports with soccer because it's like so many different tournaments. There's no one huge number one title you could really get. I guess you could say the MLS championship, but when he got there, they were in mid-season. So it was a mid-season tournament. Basically, he got there and got him an in-season tournament title.
But all right, so hold on. As a kid, when you played soccer and you dreamed of winning a championship, or you ever thought of any type of championship, or any kid who plays soccer,
World Cup,
World Cup. I'm not gonna put it on you, I guess, but shit, you can't dream for the highest. But
yeah. No, I never dreamed of being a professional soccer player. That's why I just never, because you were saying
all right, so World Cup or
it'd be the World Cup, or a lot of kids would say.
I feel like World Cup is like saying a gold medal for the USA.
It's bigger than that. That's why with soccer, it's different. Soccer, the World Cup is bigger than what we would consider the basketball Olympics or any other gold medal. Because there's even soccer in the Olympics, and nobody really cares much about the soccer Olympics because Neymar got Brazil an Olympic trophy, but nobody really cared much about it because it's just, it's like, can you get Brazil a World Cup though? That's more important. So, because there's more teams as well involved in the World Cup than the Olympics. Okay. So, but right under that, right under the World Cup would be probably the Champions League, the European Champions League, but that's a different route.
So he never has a chance to win.
Oh no, he's definitely no. Messi's got like 6 of them, Johns. Like he's got a lot.
No, I'm saying with Miami though. With Miami.
Well, Miami can't participate in that because this is the U.S. Champions League is a European competition.
So what
could he get us here? What he could get us here is a MLS Cup title, which would just be the championship of the entire MLS. But like I said, when he got to the team, they were already mathematically not able to get there because he came in mid-season, because Europe season is different from our season. We play in the summer. We play we just started. They're almost done in a sense, in terms of like right now. So that's going to be probably his first real trophy, which I think he'll get that because they've been playing lights out since the season started like 2 weeks ago. So now that this will be his first full season with Miami, I think he will get that. So I'll say that. And also just in terms of culture, what it's doing, because now that entire team, like the team's Instagram page is all Spanish now. Not just because you're in Miami, but you know what type of player you have and what eyes you're pulling. Now you're pulling all these international eyes. So
I would say
I could see that being the biggest. I don't know.
I mean,
I
think
for my heavy opinion.
I think Messi is up there. Messi is a big signing because one, if you follow sport, well, if you follow soccer, you wouldn't expect Messi to sign to Miami. You just would. That's something that's
a fact. That's a fact.
That's like, if I could put it this way, that's like if LeBron instead of him decided to play for the Lakers, he was like, I'm gonna just go play for the best team
Boston.
in Europe.
No.
Right. He leaves the country. No, fact. He just leaves the league.
He leaves the country and go play for.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
He goes play for Real Madrid.
But that would be but that's why I say that would be the biggest move.
It would be EuroLeague because of how we see, washed players go play in Europe. And that's the same way they see the MLS. David Beckham came. When David Beckham got here, we got 30-year-old David Beckham, 35-year-old David Beckham. We were like, oh my God, David Beckham. They was like, bro, David Beckham is washed, bro. Y'all getting the old man. Yeah, Ibrahimovic, old, washed. All these people. So it's the same. And Messi, he's not washed, but he's up there. But he's up at 8.
He's up there, of course. We know
he's good enough to get a World Cup.
But this is what I'm saying though. But that's why I would say it's the biggest. What would you about to say, Playboy?
I was gonna say like I said, NBA Kevin Durant, but I thought about NFL. And I was thinking possibly Tom Brady to Tampa Bay.
I was gonna say Matt Stafford.
To who?
Okay.
And that was my NFL one.
To LA.
But wait. So hold on. Because this is why I say like the biggest versus the greatest.
I think I need a rewording of the question
because you're saying I said the greatest, but you said the biggest in a sense, and I would say in soccer, who has gotten a free agent or a trade and won a World Cup or won the EuroLeague?
Oh yeah, because you can't trade to get a World Cup because
the past 10 years,
once you could defy for a country, that's your country. So in the past 10 years, who has made a big move and gotten the Champions League title? Ooh, that's a tough one. You could say, in the past 10 years, no, Messi was there. That's the thing. The last couple of years, Messi's really been running the Champions League, him and Ronaldo. And then recent years, as both of them have left, it's been bouncing between Manchester. You could say Manchester City picking up Haaland when he was at Dortmund.
And you don't even, and I will say you don't have to say necessarily a championship winning team because it could have been like somebody in there and they made started making runs inside of the EuroLeague or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? As well, because Messi was already put for 10 years, kind of like in the NBA. Steph is like the Warriors is the Warriors. Steph was already put though. But if Steph came to the Warriors or something of that nature, and then they started doing it or whatever. But you see Jalen Brunson now with the Knicks, and the Knicks is going crazy. And so they would say Jalen Brunson is huge with New York. You know what I mean? But
okay, so he said that, calm down. So
the Knicks are playing way better.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
They were so abysmal.
I give respect to Jalen Brunson.
Championship?
Because historically their performance has been so abysmal that what they're doing now looks amazing. It looks amazing.
Did I say it looked amazing?
Similar to what Detroit had this year.
It just looks good. It looks good. It's better than what they have had in the past. Absolutely.
Okay. That's better.
So the question
and that's exactly what I said.
So the question is biggest, right? Or is it
greatest? I need clarification.
The greatest.
Greatest. And to me, I'm just thinking they both mean the same. So what means greatest then? So
greatest meaning like impact in terms of like winning, in terms of like, and you don't have to win a championship because we know that you're not. It's only one team who can win.
Greatest
would mean impact.
Biggest is based on shock value.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah.
For the NBA, Jimmy Butler to Miami.
Like Jimmy to Miami, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I was gonna say that one, but I didn't want to put that out there because Miami didn't like sink like instantly once LeBron left. It was like they kind of stayed afloat in that Eastern Conference. But so it's like they didn't just all of a sudden went to the worst team. They was like they always stayed in like that 8th, 9th to 10th seed always. Before the play-ins, if you was in that area, you was gonna be out of the playoffs. But they always stayed in that section. Then when Jimmy came,
I'm gonna give you another one.
But I think Jimmy was a good fit though too.
I like that one. I like Jimmy.
I got another one.
That was a good one.
Kyrie and KD to Brooklyn.
No,
I don't know. I don't agree.
Is that a biggest or a greatest?
That would be a part of biggest.
That'd be a part of biggest.
Okay,
that'd be a biggest. That'd be a biggest.
Because
I mean,
they didn't produce.
I got in my past 10 years, I gotta go Kawhi. I gotta go Kawhi.
Toronto, yeah.
Toronto.
Immediate ring. It's similar to
immediate impact. Exactly. Immediate impact.
Similar to a Tom Brady and a Matt Stafford. Immediate.
Exactly. And it was like no one thought they was gonna fucking win shit. And if there was no Kawhi, they would have been in the 10th place. No Kawhi on that team, they would have not been in the mix.
I see what you're saying.
So I got Kawhi. I like KD and I like Jimmy though. I like KD, I like Jimmy, because those are two great impactful like trades, I feel like, or signs or whatever. NFL.
Yeah, I'm stuck on it.
Exactly. It's hard. It's really hard.
I like Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a good one. Matt Stafford is a great one too.
Those are the only ones you can really think of because those are the only ones that have gotten rings off of that. Everybody else has gotten rings off a quarterback they drafted or off of pieces that they drafted in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, it's either been Tom, Mahomes.
Actually, I mean,
or Stafford.
I was about to say,
are we going to leave it? Since I guess
it's not just QBs now. It's a wide receiver.
If we could put Miami in that conversation, if we could put Miami in there with the conversation with
Tyreek.
Can we put
Tyreek?
I was thinking Tyreek too. I was thinking Tyreek Hill
because Miami wasn't doing anything before he even got there.
But
they haven't done.
Can we say that? Can we say that because Miami goes to the finals? Miami goes to the finals.
Well, it's like Jalen Brunson did. It's literally just like Jalen Brunson because Miami wasn't going to the playoffs before Tyreek.
But that's why Jalen Brunson hasn't been said by us. Who said Jalen Brunson in this conference? I used him as an example for Jamel no one has said Jalen Brunson has been the greatest impact because to our point about Tyreek Hill, like they ain't really Jimmy, even though they ain't won, them niggas is one step away. You know what I'm saying? Like
they went to the finals 3 times? 2 or 3 times already?
They've been. And then conference 2 or 3 times, the conference finals 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Could we say Caldwell Pope? Or could we say the releasing of Nurkic? The trade of Nurkic?
You see this? Reaching.
No. Look now.
What?
What are you talking about? An extra, Caldwell Pope is a spot-up shooter. We know that.
I know. Yeah.
Deadly. But you don't release Nurkic. Jokic is playing under Nurkic. Remember when they got Jokic and Nurkic, they was on the team together, and they thought Nurk was going to be what Jokic is today.
I wouldn't say it's
Nurkic. That's before 2014,
I would say it's more. Well, we also.
No, I don't think so. I don't even think he was drafted before 2014.
I think he was cooking with
Jokic was right at 2014, I believe. Either 2014.
I want to say, to be honest with you, if you was on the right track, but you picked the wrong person. Instead of Caldwell Pope, you should have said Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon, another good one.
You should have Aaron Gordon, because I mean, without Aaron Gordon, you were worried about Jokic the whole time, and then if you shut down Jokic, they have no other bigs. Nobody you really gonna worry about. And plus, they didn't really have a perimeter big that could guard, like a big that could go out there above the 3-point line that could guard. Aaron Gordon could do that.
Threes and
we could also make an argument for Drew Holiday. twice, possibly, depending on what Boston does. You know, we'll see.
You feel me? Like this is a good conversation here because, like so, and this is where it came from. Woj posted, Jalen Brunson has been the biggest free agent since in the past 10 years. Blah blah blah. He's been the greatest free agent in the past 10 years. Something of that nature. I'm not quoting.
Is Woj from New York? Is he from New York?
It's just because
that might be some bias. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm about to say
that's your boy. I don't know.
I feel like he did that stat shit.
His statement isn't fully wrong. His statement isn't fully wrong. He just missed on a certain word because it could be the biggest steal. Because Jalen Brunson really
he balled out.
He literally went under the radar. He went under the radar for the Knicks to really get him.
Didn't they go to the Western Conference Finals that year with him?
Yeah, he was balling.
And then since then they've been
or not Loki. Luka was out for a minute.
Yeah,
and he was balling.
And he wanted a contract with Dallas, and Dallas said no.
Yeah, and look where they are now.
And it becomes a steal now that the Knicks got him for the price that everybody was like, "Whoa, you overpaid for."
Steal. I think steal is a good conversation, but I think we would have to save that one for another day. The best steal. That's a good one. We could keep that one in the vault and come back to that one.
And that could be considered in draft, and it could be considered.
That can be Draft
one because I would have been like, yeah. But anywho, I'm gonna save that one for another day too. The draft.
But I think Woj like he did that stat shit. The best player to ever come out and have 20 points.
You see the title of the show? Rebounds, it's not heavy numbers.
or 60, like 66.
Only the special guests come with the numbers.
It's that, like, niggas just be making up stats to make it fit for one person type shit. Like, bro, and so that's why he said it like 10 years, free agent. So
y'all heard that? What was that?
Yeah, I can't get down with that. I'm not going to look at your numbers because if we look at numbers, we can sit here and argue for some random person to be like, oh, this is technically no. Let's not do numbers. But with that, it was a good episode. Glad to have us back. Y'all got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Nope.
Bet.
Y'all know where to catch me at, man. Platinum P Gaming. Y'all know what up.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Catch your boy, Playboy Troy and Izzy 2 Real on the We Are WrestleManiacs 2 podcast.
Yes, sir.
My thing is Y Flat 22.
Hold on. Okay, run it back.
Be on the lookout for New Evil Angels this summer.
Yes, sir. That merch. Got to be on the lookout for it. It's the weather's changing. The weather is out. The weather is changing. Everybody about to step out. Make sure you get that new clothes, man.
The sun is coming out.
Make sure that
are coming out. Make sure you have them buns out.
Oh Lord! Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the podcast. Be on the lookout
for
for all.
Diddy, bro.
My Lord! And with that, we out. Heavily Opinionated Podcast. Stay heavily opinionated.